I'm here with Debonair, the mid laner for Wang's Revenge after their thrilling 2-1 victory over Castleberry to stay alive in the NACL qualifiers. Debonair, first of all, congratulations. I want you to cast your minds back to the end of that series because it was a long
Yeah,
one. It ended with your ADC
right.
basically getting a pentakill and then eventually the game ending after that. Do you remember the comms of what it was like before that pentakill or during the penta and everything like that?
I do remember. So after game two, after Nightstar got a pent on us, we're like, wow, Deathwalker, you need to like one up this guy next game. So next game, when we saw Deathwalker was about to get a pentakill, he was actually the one saying it first. He was like, give me my penta, give me my penta. It's my time first. And then we're all kind of just playing, give him the penta. Like, I don't think any of us were thinking of stealing the penta. Maybe me, but we all really wanted our ADC to get a penta. That's all I know.
Hey, if I, in my opinion, if you ever get a penta on a champion that's not Zeri or Smolder, it's even more impressive. So you got on the
Oh
Varus,
yeah.
so I mean, basically won in both ways at the end of that. But
Yeah.
this is the second tournament that you guys have been playing in. You ran the roster all the way back. Um, what was it like coming together with this group of players, and how have you guys grown throughout this event?
Getting with this group of players, honestly, it was pretty fun because we were all friends before. It wasn't really just like, hey, you want to come try out? Like, let's all just start a team. It was like, hey, I'm friends with this guy. Let's bring him in and then see how we mesh with each other. And I think we've grown really far as a team. Especially, I think most of us don't have like a huge champion pool. So we were all pressuring each other to like, hey, practice this champion in solo queue. Hey, we need to like open up our variety of champions. And we've all helped each other grown a lot. And I don't think most of us expected like to get this far really, considering we're not really a scrim team. I'm pretty sure we've lost like 90% of our scrims, and then on match day we just somehow like perform.
Well, speaking of champ pools, something I forgot to talk about. This series, you played the Swain in game one in the mid lane. That's not something that we
Yes.
see too often. Is that kind of a pocket pick for you, or is that one of those things that you as a team kind of wanted to learn in order to expand your pools?
Honestly, we've never practiced with my swing before. I kind of just saw the angle in game one. I was like, pick me up because I think right now with this meta, everyone is starting to play like ASOL, Ari right now. And I'm thinking, am I the only mid laner that plays Swain in, top 16 right now? Because I'm thinking Swain is really good into Ari. Swain is good into ASOL. So I'm like, all right, if they blind pick Ari or ASOL against me, I'm just going to slam Swain and see how it goes.
Hey, it worked out, and I feel like you were one of the bigger players, especially in some of those mid-game team fights in that game. So ended up working, and now teams are gonna know that's definitely something that you guys could whip out. You see the logo behind you. You're currently a student at the University of California, Irvine, in their studio right
That is
now.
correct.
I have two questions about the school. Number one, what's it been like, kind of juggling collegiate and semi-pro? And two, how good was it? How good did it feel to beat them in the first qualifier when you played them in that first round?
Well, first of all, like juggling like all my academics and like, playing like kind of pro league, it definitely is a lot of work considering because I'm also like a bio major, so
Oh wow.
this
Okay.
is like a lot of studying too. But I think as long as you do time management well and have priorities set, not like slacking off, then it's definitely easily balanceable. And for collegiate, beating them in round one, honestly, it felt great.
was there
It
any
felt
was there
really
any
great.
banter? Were you playing the same facility as the games were happening, or were you playing back
No,
home?
I actually. Oh, during the game against them, no, I wasn't playing in the same facility as them.
Oh man, I can
I thought
imagine
about it
like
and I'm like,
yeah, you stand up like
yeah.
trash talk them a little bit, sit
Oh
back
yeah, I'm
down.
like, yeah, that's what you get. No, I'm kidding. No, it would have been really fun for sure, but I'm friends with everyone on the team, and it was definitely fun playing against them. Um, it also made it a lot more exciting for me because I'm like, wow, I'm against my own school's team
Yeah.
right now, and I'm like, I gotta try extra hard for this.
Yeah, it must have been pretty good. Before we get into the matchup next week that you have against Ole Miss, I have a kind of a question about the team and the name of the team. You can see here, this is your logo,
Yes,
and I know you weren't on the previous iteration of this team, but there was another one called Wang's Dynasty that I
right.
think is the same guy. Who is this person, and what is the reasoning behind the team being named this?
Um, I believe that's Deathwalker himself. The
No
Wang,
shot, really?
that is Wang himself, Deathwalker. I'm pretty sure at least. No, yeah, no, I'm
Wow.
like 90% sure that's Wang. And I think we were discussing like, hey, do we want like a logo for our team? And they're like, nah, let's just use this picture.
So
That's kind
is
of just how
he?
it went.
So he's a good violin player, I guess, because he has two. The last logo was also him playing the violin, if I remember correctly.
I sure hope so. I've never heard him play, but I'd
Dang.
love for him to play for us.
Yeah, maybe if you guys win, he'll play a little song for you before the quarterfinals or
Yeah,
something.
on stream.
Well, let's talk about next week. Matchup against Ole Miss. You guys
Yeah,
beat them, or took a game off of them. I guess we should say
yeah.
in the first round. It's another collegiate team. How are you feeling going in, and do you feel like you are going to be able to make the adjustments that you need in order to make your way into the quarterfinals?
I think going in, we're all really confident, especially after our last series versus Ole Miss. We're like, okay, this team is easily beatable as long as we fix some mistakes here and there. Like we cannot lose. And I think with our last series, all three games we stomped early game, and towards mid and late game it just turned into, wow, our draft sucks. Wow, our macro sucks. So I think as long as we prep more and talk about what objectives we need to set up for and just like all that mid and late game, I think we should easily be able to. I was gonna say 2-0, but let's go with
2-0.
2-1 then.
Okay,
Let's
you're
go
gonna give a
2-0.
game at least then. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Sounds good. Well, thank you so much, Debonair. Before we let you go, if you want to deliver a message to any of the fans out there that are watching, whether it's something about you that you want people to know, or maybe any shout outs that you might have before your what could be a really exciting elimination match against Ole Miss this weekend. The floor is all yours.
Let's see. Ole Miss, enemy mid laner. Ole Miss has your Uncle Sam, but after this series, I think everyone's gonna be calling me your daddy Debonair.
No way! Oh my god. Okay, that's the
That's all
clip.
I gotta
That's
say.
the
That's all
clip
I gotta
right
say.
there. It's either gonna be used for you or against you, Debonair. I'm gonna have you know that. So,
Hey, I mean, the best type of bantering is right before the match. I won't be bantering after the match, so I gotta talk my talk now.
all right. Hey, at least you're backing it up before you step onto the rift. Thank you very much,
All right.
Debonair, for talking to me, and best of luck this weekend.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having me, Grapes.